A lot of people think that if you devote your whole life to marriage and family, you'll find stability, but reality is often cruel. Some chains aren't given by others. They're chains we lock onto ourselves step by step. The Golden Cangue is about exactly that kind of fate. Reading it leaves your chest tight, your heart heavy. Aline Chong once wrote something. "I always feel like a dull knife scraping slowly against bone," she said. Her heart was hard. The door wouldn't open, and her life just passed like that. On the surface, it's calm, but underneath, it captures the depths of a person's sorrow like nothing else. Honestly, the Golden Cangue isn't really about an old-fashioned family or marriage. It's about the kind of bondage that still exists in many people today. We think we're being persistent. We think we're keeping our dignity. But when we look back, some of that persistence is just draining, and some of that dignity is stubbornness. We trap ourselves and still think life is cruel. Take Qiqiao, the main character. That's exactly the kind of person she is. She was forced to marry into a sickly, wealthy family when she was young. At first glance, it seemed like she climbed high, but from day one she lived in fear and suspicion. She thought everyone wanted to hurt her. She thought she was looked down on, so she used all her energy just to defend herself. She saw everyone as a threat and turned her sharpest cruelty inward. The scariest part, she also directed that cruelty at the people closest to her. She controlled her children, treating them as compensation for the wrongs she suffered. She turned their marriages into battlefields. She called it love, but it was really clinging, not letting go. A kind of madness born from fear of losing. And today you still see this kind of person. People who use their kids to fix their own failures. People who treat marriage like a safe storage. People who've been hurt in the past and now refuse to get close to anyone. People who are afraid of being looked down on, so they keep pretending to be strong. We think we're protecting ourselves. But if you protect yourself too long, you turn to stone. Qiqiao looks strong, but she is fragile. The more she fears being hurt, the more she strikes first. The more she wants love, the more she crushes it. In the end, she becomes the can itself, locking herself and everyone else in. This Golden Cangue mindset hasn't disappeared. Some people store their grudges in their hearts, getting bitter and resentful. Some people aren't happy with their lives, but are too afraid to change. Some people carry old pain into new days, each day like carrying an invisible mountain. What's hardest to accept is that Qiqiao wasn't born cruel. Life forced her to be that way. But even when life is harsh, we're still responsible for our own choices. Your mindset shapes your life. The thing that hits me most about this book is that Chang doesn't paint Qiqiao as a villain. She's someone trapped in fate so long that she forgot she could open the door. She treats hurting others as instinct, distrust as security, and her life narrows, narrower and narrower until she can barely move, until there's no light. At its core, the Golden Cangue isn't warning us about bad people. It's warning us not to become one ourselves. When people are in pain, it's easy to tighten up, refuse to let go, refuse to admit fear. But the tighter you hold on, the more you feel trapped by fate, the more you try to control others, the more you lose yourself. Qiqiao's ending teaches a simple truth. Once you've kept your heart closed for too long, you forget how to open it. Even now, people seem to have more choices and a richer life, but inside their doors are even tighter than before. Afraid to give, afraid to fail, afraid to be looked down on, afraid of taking the wrong step, afraid of not being loved. But just being afraid won't get you better results. What I took away from the Golden Cangue is this: some pain in life is unavoidable, but you can choose not to pass it on. You can be gentler with yourself. You can give your future more space. You can let go of all obsessions and make room for new possibilities. You can choose not to repeat Qiqiao's path. Aline Chang wrote a story from the past, but it reflects our struggles today. She summed up love's cruelty in one sentence: if you don't work hard, no one can save you. I hope after reading this book, you see your own golden can. It could be resentment, stubbornness, pretense, or a past relationship still influencing you. Seeing it is the first step to letting it go. And from Qiqiao's story, I hope you learn a stronger choice. Let yourself be free. Lighten your heart. Open the door a little and let some light in. That's the deepest lesson the Golden Can has left me, and the one I want to share with you.